story?
Sure. Guitar Shop Magazine.
This Peavey T60 solid body is based on an article from 1995, Guitar Shop Magazine, written by Baker Rorick. The Peavey T60 is a real fooler and probably one of the most historically significant instruments of the past 20 years, all for a number of reasons that aren't immediately obvious. Though it looks and feels and plays like many other guitars of its class, the T60 is unique from concept through construction, incorporating many firsts, including 2 new patents, and represents incredible standards and quality, especially value. So let's check it out. An established giant in amplifiers by the mid-70s, Peavey's first guitar was more of a mission than a new product. An attempt to disprove those that said, "You just can't do that." A recurring theme in this column has been the American response to Japanese competition, and Hartley Peavey wanted to show his esteemed competitors that he could change the rules and produce, via cutting-edge technology, instruments that surpassed the Japanese for consistency, quality, and value. Mr. Fender led the way, says Hartley, with evident respect for the man. Before Fender, all guitars were built using violin construction techniques. Fender made the Model T of electric guitars using a slab of wood, bolt-on neck, and assembly line construction. But Hartley's contempt for Fender Company's lack of consistency and quality, especially from the CBS years on, is strong. Leo Fender once said that computers cannot build guitars, but Hartley Peavey knew that computer-controlled machinery could produce precision parts for final assembly and setup by skilled craftsmen, thus eliminating the slop. The Peavey T-Series, T60 guitar, and T40 bass were produced in their own state-of-the-art factory in '76, with prototypes made in '75 to '86. With production capabilities of over 300 per day, perhaps 1 million or more were sold in 92 countries around the world. Unique firsts in productions included numerically controlled cutting and routing of bodies, electrostatic finishing, and a patented bi-laminated neck construction process developed by Chip Todd, where the pre-biased truss rod is installed in the uncut wood under the laminated fretboard before the neck is cut and shaped. Peavey also designed the first molded form-fitting impact-resistant plastic cases fitted on the T-Series. Now, the guitar is a fundamental hybrid design. As Hartley says, you take a Strat, a Les Paul, and maybe a Meserite, put all the parts in a bag and shake it up. The T60 is outfitted with a rock maple neck with a maple fingerboard, even though rosewood was added later as an option at a slight charge. Having 21 medium-sized nickel frets, they are attached by 4 bolts through a neck plate, and also there is a neck adjustment system. The 2 toaster pickups with each individual tone and volume controls, and all the wiring are mounted to the pick guard, which is attached to the body by more screws than you've ever seen. It's built like a truck. Now here's where it really gets cool. The patented tone circuitry by Orville Red Rhodes enabled the pickups to go from single coil to humbucking. A 3-way pickup selector and a phase switch for use for both pickups selected allows an almost infinite tonal variety. At the time, call taps and phase switching were available only as modifications or expensive options on high-end guitars. For finishes, the T60 was originally only available in 70s stylish natural ash, but later came in tobacco burst and eventually ebony black, majestic white, and blood red. At the time of its debut, the list price was only $349, including a case and a 4-page owner's manual packed with every possible detail of use, care, adjustment, and even wiring diagrams concerning the operation of the devices, with dire warnings concerning the operation of electrical devices and even the danger to the eyes from breaking strings. By the end of its run, which paralleled a run of American economic inflation, the T60 still retailed for under $400. Our test model was one of the earlier models in natural ash. The T60's most obvious drawback is evident the instant you pick it up. It weighs a ton. Sustain was the name of the game in the 70s, however erroneously equated with mass, a standard set by heavy Les Pauls. Later additions to the T60 had waist and arm cuts, somewhat alleviating the problem. Strapped on, the axe is really no worse and maybe even more comfortable than a pawl, though not as pleasant as a Strat. The pickups are extremely powerful, and it's the electronics that make this guitar something special. The control setup is fairly standard. Unlike many Gibsons of the time, no adjustment on one pickup tone or volume affects the other in any way. In other words, the tone and volume of each pickup is a completely separate circuit. Then there's the tone control circuit. With the tone control at 10, it's full fender, bright, sparkling treble without unwanted squeal. Backing off of the tone control gradually introduces the second coil, adding warmth and range until you reach 7, full humbucking mode. After that, the pots work as a standard tone control. With the neck pickup at full fender, it's country, switch to the bridge humbucker and it's full shred. 2 single coils out of phase is perfect Strat, while 2 buckers straight up is your Les Paul. The possibilities are endless. As far as the street value, the guitars are virtually indestructible, rugged, workmanlike, versatile, inexpensive, and easy to find. The Peavey T60 represents some of the all-time great bargains, new or used. They even made a budget model, the cool T15, with a 23-inch scale, with an amp in the case. I've seen a red T60 in Nashville pawn shop way overpriced at $299, a natural one in a recent New York guitar show tagged at $225, $195 the first day, lowered to at $185, and $165 by the end of the second day. Go find a better value. I challenge you.